So it's going to be a lot of issues in this bot side.
That's it.
Yeah. Ooh. I expect that we'll see a huge amount of pressure there. Genex, though, being poked out really well by Destroy here means that Lurex has to come top.
Oh, Destroy going to pop down his ultimate, but he waited for so long just to try and get the barrels down. One more auto does it, and Lorax picks up a kill. First blood going over. Now bot lane, SK Prime looking to try and make this one a double on both sides of the map. They get 2 kills overall, and that's a huge move of momentum.
They got some kills, they managed to get that dragon, so even if the Herald does get a little bit of gold back for the Wildcats, SK Prime already claimed that through some kills.
No smites for either of these guys. We do see Kofta just kind of going for it. Cyclone being used here. And we're going to see the Solar Flare as well. They're going to go fully commit onto him, and there's nothing the tree can do, but immediately the Jinx gets a trade back. They're looking to try and finish off what the jungler started, but it ends up being a trade back 1-for-1.
Fabi couldn't roam to support the jungle invade, so even though they get the quick kill, ultimate comes through.
Fate sealed into it underneath the tower, and that is what Kofta can do with the ultimate and the flash.
See, Genax actually sticks around in the lane. Of course, you can see when the Herald's bin drop comes into that lane. Herald's not awesome at killing waves.
They
so
might
if
bait
Destroy
him.
is here alone, it'd be a little bit awkward.
They may like to bait him. There's going to be an immediate TP as Destroy does flash away, but you can't flash from the Cyclone and the bonk on the head. They really wanted that Rift Herald to get dropped. And yes, they'll get the goal, but it's going over to the Maokai.
The idea was, hey, look, we want to make sure we can contest wave state so Genex doesn't move down, but River's still angry.
Yeah, they're still looking for more. There's going to be the Cyclone coming in, and they're going to immediately get the Fate Seal straight down onto Lorax, but can he kill off his opponent? No, he cannot. Now the reset's coming in for Febi. Gets Bramble Smash back and a flash over the wall. I think Elramir should be fine. Oh, no! Nymera! How tilted are you? And they've been coming in this much more calm and composed. I feel like, again, Istanbul Wildcats coming in as slight favorites. Maokai ult over the top there. Skidowee tries to get himself away. They are going to jump straight here on top of the Leona, but she's very tanky, and Prime will not go down. They're jumping on the bow. The Cyclone is a storm you don't want to be a part of. The Yone is dead. The resets are coming in. Do they have the cooldowns to get the charm? Yes, they do with the flash, but has he given him an escape route now as well? That's the question. He's got everybody taken out. 4 kills out of nothing.
He should be able to try and push out this mid wave with Bow, and then try and lean Paris up towards these side lanes, see if he can outnumber them, but they don't have it at the moment.
And they don't. They've got a flash here on Elramir, but can he get out? Charmed away. He's going to try and just jump in, because that's all he can do, but look at Bow on the backside. They need to try and focus onto him. Kadui finally gets out and tries to take out one. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Paris is taken out as well, but in goes the cannon. Just too many threats, even when the Jinx can set her feet.
And the biggest threat is Genex always maybe coming behind this tower.
Oh, the Cyclone onto Bow, but they can't really get everybody else in. They're going to jump straight into Kadui. He hasn't gone down just yet. Will finally get himself up the wall. Eventually, he will be felled. Shut down going over the side of Bow. Is a little bit excited, but doesn't want to go too far too quickly. No real kind of push forward here on this, and the blast cone gets him out, but now the rest of them are coming in.
Yeah, they still want to try and take this. Elramir should be able to just walk away. Febi!
Oh, that's a cleanse immediately. The cannon barrage is good. Febi doesn't really have a place to go, but Genex gets himself one to try and burst this one back. They're trying to see if they can go for this one. Flash by Destroy, but he doesn't get it! He doesn't get the right target, and now Prime can turn back in on top of him. They're looking to try and take out the gangplank, as Elramir knows that if this cannon gets involved, this gangplank is just dead. Finally, Bow looking to try and be part of this, but I don't think he just can. Then you can see Genex going golden. The TP coming in as Febi wants to rejoin this fight. Genex will go down. Didn't quite have any more in the tank, and it's all over the place right now. All summoners available across the board except for that flash for the Maokai. Febi on a flank.
Yeah, this is where Febi wants to see if he can try and get on. No ults, misses on Bow.
Oh, they don't need to get Bow though. If they take away your pseudo front line, yes they will. Kofta goes in, but Kofta needs to get the hell out. It ends up being 3 kills. Bow flashes, but where are you gonna go? And now Destroy, you gotta go down as the captain of the ship and know that you're the pirate they can always catch. That's gonna be Prime taking the first game in this best of 5. And it's just such a fantastic one to get as well. Cool, calm, collected. They had a way to execute, and they did exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah, really, really strong stuff from SK Prime.
Pretty decent Braum counter picks across the history of League of Legends. It seems to be a little bit more niche now.
But you can see that Lorax sprinting towards this top side.
It'd be really dangerous to dive though. You don't have any AP built up on this rise yet. You've got a little bit of wave clip, but with flash and ult from Genax, good chance to outplay.
Oh, they're looking for him. The flash is good from Elramir, but does he get stunned? Yes, he does. And he goes a little bit too far forward. First blood again to SK Prime.
Again, that is a really over-aggressive play from the Wildcats.
Lurk spotted on the ward though.
Chain lands, that's where the threat really comes in. That chain lands, Lee Sin gets his full combo on target. He's hopped into the brush.
They They know he's here, but they're going to look for it anyway. They kick over the wall to kind of give him an exit strategy as well. The charm is good, and now Elmermere just can't be touched. That Cyclone finally coming in, and it shows you how difficult it is to jump on the Wukong.
In a turret, but Genex turns up.
No vision. This is a little bit of a trap. Kedui is just left on his own, isolated. He will flash, and he will just jump straight back out on top of him. Paris getting that kill there with the Ignite. Now it's a 5v4 in favor of the Istanbul Wildcats. And SK, they didn't dot their I's, they didn't cross their T's, and now they're losing everything. Prime will drop down, and that's just going to be so much more gold, so much more control.
It's really awkward that if you've built up Merc Treads and you can't find enough of them. Oh, Lurox.
Yeah, they need to try to find something. SK Prime recognizing they're in a little bit of a bad situation, but they just can't right now. I think this play should have came out a little bit ago because you've got the Cyclone coming back out, and they want to take back this fight, the Istanbul Wildcats. But Elmermere is going to go back in and immediately get deleted. You've got no ultimate here on Kofta as you get the teleports coming in. There's the Nautilus ultimate coming back off of cooldown. Kofta flashes away to make sure he doesn't go down. Danix cannot get himself away, and he goes down as well. This Rise is shredding people, as is the Zaya, and it's a triple kill coming in here for the Rise.
SK Prime got baited into that fight, but Genix didn't have ult.
Out of Kedui, so that's being, again, just two things, and this is all happening while Destroy is still pushing in on that bot side. Finally, the Void Staff comes in here for Genex, but I don't think it's not really going to do a lot, and this is just being SK Prime getting suffocated. Finally, they go for something, but you've got the Feather Storm, so you're able to fly back off of that. Kedui trying to see if he can do something, but without the Summoners, he's very muted. There's a good exhaust coming out of that one here. Glacial Fissure to try and separate everybody. Act the flash in, but everybody just flashes away. Yes, you get the Wukong, but what else can you get? That's a lot of damage, and they get anything more on the bow? That's the question. Yes, they can, but you trade back your 80 carries. Triple kill comes in for Bao just before he dies.
And that's all going to be up and available as long as they don't overextend for this next solo fight.
Well, TP going to be coming in from the Ahri after clearing that wave on top lane. Elmermere finds himself on the backside once more. They do try and separate him out, but you just got no summoners. Finally, Genex gets in. They do take out Kofta, but the Kedui is down. Double kill comes in here for the Rise, and Destroy does exactly as his namesake will tell you. He is destroying these backlines.
Now, though, Febby trying to mark everyone that saw in Istanbul Wildcats as they start to come in. No ult on Bao, no flash available. Can he do something?
10 seconds till that ult's available. The Feather Storm going to be absolutely massive. They do finally spot that ward in the pit, but here we go. They're going to go for a full fight. Kedui finally gets himself over, but the flash from Elmermere means he's still there and available. Genex tries to move forward. The Braum is dead, and they're going to try and jump on the Bao. Feather Storm does go up, and that means the Kennen cannot finish the job. Destroy going into a 1v1 here, and the Zeri cannot survive. It's a clean 5 for nothing. Not quite sure where that Realm Warp was going, but Destroy does not care, because that's going to be game 2 over to the Istanbul Wildcats.
For the Wildcats, for the TCL in their first semi-finals, their first split of EMEA Masters.
We got ourselves a series. 1-1 in the best of 5. Don't you shake your head disapprovingly at me.
You know what you've done.
I know.
The really interesting one now is going to be a case of can they use that to also then invade off the pressure they created in the bottom mid. I did think, though, the Lurox would actually move towards Genex. It did surprise me that he decided to run back towards the tower because it felt like he didn't really then have that support, but got a trading bot side, Kedui.
Yeah, he has to flash there because Paris put himself right behind the AD carry. We will see the hook come in now, and this is where the Callista can really become a problem. The Ignite's ticking, another auto attack is good, and Prime picks up first blood. Just going to try and indicate that he's coming in, but they give out. Oh, that's a great hook underneath the tower. Elmermere does flash away, but they've got enough damage. Yes, they do. Lurox takes up that kill, and that's a mark over to the Kindred as well. But Elmermere is kind of sitting around, stopping Febby from going for the roam.
You got Kofta here as well. Febby, where are you going?
He's going to have to use the ult, you would imagine. Yep, just has to use the Spirit Rush there. Make sure that you cannot get anything else out of it. And Fabivin just kind of moving down towards the spot side. I will say Bao is still kind of in a bad position here. Doesn't have...
He has Ignite.
You know, he does have Ignite, but if Paris gets himself ahead of it, a flash away, the Ignite is ticking. Is it enough? One more! Oh! Fabivin gets the kill. The roam works.
Can't do that this time. Elmermere doesn't have the W now. Lurox can jump forward.
I was going to say, they can jump forward onto this, and you can see Prime moving forward, knowing that he's got himself a hook should he need it. They're going to drop down the ultimate on top of the Callista, who flashes away. There's going to be the Ballista combination. You can see the Kofta, though, with this Cassiopeia, gets everyone low, but they get the Maokai down. Now they can start to rearrange these targets. Kofta moving in like fish in a barrel, but you have to make sure you're able to finish people off. There needs to be one or two. Oh, they're getting so much done though with these Ren stacks, and now for Bivin trying to move in on top of this, but he just cannot. Bow with the triple kill, and it was just too easy at the end of it all.
Now Prime trying to see if he can step up once more, make Bow uncomfortable.
Calling out something importantly from that last play as well, has felt like Kufter has had really good... Oh, that's the ult.
Wow. There's going to be the ultimate from Kidui. They're going to pop in the Kalista ultimate, the Fates call the flash, but he gets knocked up anyway. The Feathers come back, but it doesn't really get anybody else down. Kedui does pick off Paris, and now they can turn back onto the Maokai and kill him off as well. Good patience from SK Prime. They knew when they were stronger. For Bivin, looking for a 1v1 against Kofta, trying to see if he can take out the Snake as the fox that he is, and just getting a little bit of extra support now. Good grounding means that there's going to be a little bit of a slow movement here from the Blitzcrank. They're trying to just see if they can get one good hook. There's still a petrifying gaze. You don't want to go too far forward onto this, but you got Pavivin getting the charm off, and the hook in is fantastic. No assist for Lorax means he doesn't get an assist, but at the end of it all, it's still 4 kills.
And that's why I think Istanbul Wildcats shouldn't be trying to play the game on this bot side. This is where SKP are strongest, and OC got ripped out on the top side.
Kofta doesn't really have a place to go, does getting nice petrifying gaze, but the charm is too decent, and that's going to be Prime going in and saying, look at me.
On that bot side. Just want to throw that one out there. We're going to see that dying scream of the Herald as Elromit takes that objective, at least something. The hook lands.
Yeah, they do get the Blitzcrank rocket grab, and they're going to just pile everybody onto Elromir. And Istanbul Wildcats, they're not sure if they want to go in for this fight or not. Now they've kind of overcommitted, but not really able to get anything else out of it. They're just playing keep away. Kedui is on vision, so they know that he is not on the Dragon for the moment, but doesn't need to be as he's kind of moving. Paris is isolated, and Paris is going to lose his flash almost certainly, but oh, he gets caught up right at the end, and he's going to be able to trump it down. It's going to be the Scion picking this one up, you would imagine, with a little bit of a decimating smash, and now Paris losing himself there is just so huge.
Again, it's so scary. Nothing there, and there they go.
Yep, and jumping on the Paris, this will be another stack as well. We'll put Lorax onto 5, if not, sorry, 6, I should say. There's the Ignite coming out as well. They didn't even have to use anything, and this is just so easy now for SK Prime because they're not only ahead, but they have all the information. Yeah, they're going to put the TP in, but this is Destroy. Trying to make sure he can have a fight. You don't really want a team fighting Fiora as such. For Bivin, though, in a little bit of trouble, does get himself over the wall. You'll have the Ren to secure this with the Smite, and it's just as easy as that. Now they can turn back on the Elvamir. For Bivin, trying to go in. The Petrifying Gauge catches him out, so he will die. The Baron is secured, but can you kill off anybody else? That ultimate from the Kindred wasn't the greatest, of being totally honest. It meant they didn't really get anything. Bow takes the shutdown as he gets the Feathers to come back to him after the flash. You still get 3 people out, and Baron going over to the side of SK Prime.
You very rarely see like 7 marks, particularly for relevant fights in the game. Flash forward.
Getting the flash over the wall, but that's going to kind of start him up. Paris trying to see if he can make a fight happen here, but he doesn't want it. Lorax picks up that kill. You've gotten the ultimate there from the Maokai, and here comes the train. But with 25 seconds until this next dragon spawns, that's going to be Chemdrake's soul. Not the most ideal. They changed their target straight away. They're going to try and jump onto Bow now, but he's already been cocked out of his ultimate because he didn't know when it was going to come at him. Now the Blitzcrank can reset, look for another hook. They haven't been able to go for anyone after this fight, but all the health bars are low, and they're going to try and reset. Good charm going in. Can they get the last bit of damage? And the carry that is Prime picks up another scalp.
And waiting for Gen X to show up. And Istanbul Wildcats are picked apart again.
Oh, you just can't leave this one to be. And Gen X gets himself a kill. That's 3-0-1 for the Scion, and now they've just got the run of the map.
SK Prime members, Wildcats, they are relying on an absolute miracle team fight where Kufter and Bow find themselves some minute space to play out these team fights. It's going to be very difficult to do so, though.
Oh, we see a hook. Oh, the Ballista! The Ballista is great, but does it lead to anything else? They get the charm on the Kofta. They will not get the Kindred ultimate to save the Ahri. It was all for show. It was all for naught because Bow is too big, and Bow wants to end this game. They get 2 kills. SK Prime, they were feeling themselves just a little too much. They will shred this Elder Dragon so damn quickly with the Cassiopeia and the Xayah. You gotta go now. You cannot let this game go away from you. They're gonna see them go into the fight, but they're not gonna be able to get away from it. That's gonna be Istanbul Wildcats securing it. The Fiora is able to take out that fight on the top side, and it looks like SK Prime have bitten off more than they can chew. Bow bided his time, and Bow picks up everything. Istanbul Wildcats will be going to match point.
Elder Dragon is there, and they want to end it all.
You can't fight against the Elder Dragon, it's just too damn powerful, but you gotta go for something. The final fight as they look to try and defend their Nexus turret. They're gonna try and see if they can take out Bao, but you can see the wings of the Elder Dragon just too damn strong. Kofta moving himself back and trying to move back into this fight. There's no more wave. They're trying to tank this one up. Destroy will go down. Bao, not the one to get caught out, and everyone backs away, but the base is in tatters.
But they're in front of their base. They should be fine.
A little bit of a fog of war play. Here we go. They're going to look for it. 2 seconds till the Elder Dragon is gone. They're going to try and jump onto Kofta and burn him out, but it's Elmir who gets to tank this one up. The Fiora's not here, and you've had to pop the Kindred ultimate to keep the Scion alive. They're going to be able to pushing these super minions, and the Scion has gone down. They haven't been able to kill anybody here. You looked for a 5v4 and you got nothing.
You have the Radiant Virtue on the Maokai, so when he's in... Oh, wait, the hook! Onto Kofta.
They're going to have to look for this one here. They have to go defend the base because the Fiora's going to end the game.
Kadui's grounded.
Kadui's grounded. He can't look for this one here. The feathers will fly. They're going to see Prime looking in to try and defend his team, but he just can't do it. The Fiora looking to end it all before the rest of his team pushes in. And it is going to be the Istanbul Wildcats going within 1 match point. As I say that, you can see there's a decent damage from Lorax. He's going in. It's so close. Another base defense. Can they make it happen? They need the Callista. They haven't got the damage. There's no way. And they've saved it. Kadui with the Quadrantil.
They can't. There's creeps everywhere. There's creeps under the base. The creeps are on the... Someone needs to go back. Kadui's not paying attention. He's on the super minions that are there, but the regular minions, they're pushing into the base. Can Kadui try and hold off? Does have the Ruin's Hurricane, which can help. Genex is here, so they won't go for the end. They will turn back.
You've got Hullbreaker as well. You have teleports, you have Hullbreakers, and there's basically
TPs.
0 HP left on the Nexus. They're leaving their base. They don't know.
They don't know just yet. You can see
Prime knows.
Prime knows. Prime knows. So no,
The
Sweeper didn't see it. Oh, Prime. Oh, my sweet summer child. You have no idea. They're going to leave the base, and as soon as they're spotted on any wave, they're going to TP in. That's got to be it.
You can see it there. Prime.
They're pinging.
Spotted
They're
inside.
pinging.
The double pings are down. They're waiting for the Ari to leave as well. They think the base is safe. No, the only person.
There it is! Double TP coming in. They're going to have to try and stop this one here, but they waited just a little bit too long. And that's it. The back door. They only needed the 1 TP. But what a way to bring us on the match point.
Are you just going to try and find some other carry for Destroy? Looks like Kennen will be the call. Yeah, they really want to try and go for the Dragon here. Get pushing mid, lean that in, but here comes Prime.
Flashing, knocked up, charmed down. They're going to get all the single target CC, but he brings him over the wall. That's not what you want to be doing, and now you're going to get yourself away, but you're not going to get bailed out. First blood to Kofta and SK Prime. They had him and they let him get away.
Because what happens is he holds himself to high standards. Those standards for Genex starting to drop a little bit lower. No ult.
He's got no ult. He does have flash. He has an ignite. But it ain't going to do squat for him. He drops it in on the Kofta, who picks up another one. And this is now getting to a point where this Tristana is getting a little bit accelerated.
We're on the next play of the game. He's stuck here alone in River right now, maybe waiting on Paris to reach up. Don't think the timing's going to be great for them.
They're going to get the Rift Herald, but are they going to be able to get out? That is the question. Flash hook in on top of Forbidden, who's trying to see if he can run away, but you just can't. Resets for Kofta. Lorax gets himself out. You trade 1 kill for the Rift Herald, but that Rift Herald's kind of it's like an investment in a company. It may go up, but it also may go down. Oh, we're going to see the Slicing Maelstrom used here on the top side. Destroy. Does not have flash. Will get knocked up as well. Cataclysm down, and they dunk in on top of him. We are going to see Elramir looking for a flash over. They're looking to try and make this one work. They're trying to see if they can trade this one back. They'll hook him in, and Kofta's there to take it all back. And that's the thing now. You kind of have to fight at this. You don't really have a choice. They brought Genex down. He's got an exhaust. There's actually 2 exhausts available here for SK Prime.
There he goes.
They're going to get the handshake, and that's Paris dead. You've had to use the Cataclysm, and that means it's not available for something like the Kennen or the Xayah. You have to make sure that Genex doesn't go down here. That could be detrimental to your team. There's going to be the hostile takeover to try and separate everybody. They will get the ultimate out of the Scion as the Maokai goes down. Now you can see Bao getting exhausted, going to let the feathers go flying as he looks to try and turn this fight around. It looks like it's going to be SK Prime coming out of here with 2 clean kills. Yeah, Paris playing bouncer for the moment. Forbidden goes in and they want the fight. They don't want the Baron. There's nowhere for you to go, Lorax. You have to try and go for that check. You couldn't just let the Baron go, and now without a jungler, I mean, SK Prime, they got to go for a fight.
They gotta try something here. Genax trying to see if he can get in position to cut Koft off. He's so low. They want to try and get control of the pit. Bow! Knocked up.
He's knocked up, hit by a zap. Do they want to try and fully commit to this? The hook is good. They got Destroy on a flank, and he does just that. Kedui has nowhere to be except the grey screen. A Barret, a couple of kills, and Istanbul, they're just playing with their food. See if he's kind of doing anything there. They're trying to push them away, but again, it's just so difficult right now for SK Prime to get for anything. Even though they pushed everybody up the top side, they're going to try and do the exact same play this time, though. Paris has himself a stopwatch. He does not get hit by the ultimate off the Jinx at the end of it, and now they're kind of running away from this. Larks needs to stay alive. A flash from Kedui as they try to push everyone into this hostile takeover. It will only land on the one, but the one is the one they got. Bow flashing forward, or ghosting forward, I should say, to try and get something, and now they can turn their sights back onto the very tanky man that will be going into a fit of rage as he's been taken out and killed as the Genax is going down. And this again, just nothing else you can do. You try to go for a fight, but you just don't have the resources. It means you don't have forward vision.
Yeah, Istanbul starting to move over. Destroy, trying to play off towards the side. Has that flash to try and get in onto it. Paris, we've seen him hit these before. Was onto Lurox last time.
Yeah, we're going to see the ultimate come out. Genax trying to tank up, but he's just getting taken out right now. He will be killed straight away. That's a 4-man knockup from the Nautilus ultimate as we try to go back in on top of this fight. Destroy, trying to see if he can make the damage work, and he does get onto Prime. They can finally take out the charm. Well, that's going to be a huge charm. Can they keep this Jinx alive? They cannot, because just like Dagda said, it's not one threat, it's multiple threats. The Istanbul Wildcats are smashing SK Prime.
Finals, the new region wanting to shake things up in the EMEA Masters. TP now into the mid lane. They know that they have got this game in their hands, and can they close it out?
Can they close it out? Lars going in, immediately has to flash out after using Demacian Standard. There's going to be that ultimate you talked about there, Nymera, trying to take down this turret, and they will do just that. Prime nearly goes down, eventually he will fall. Kedui gets himself a bailout, but it's just not going to be enough to keep him alive. The Istanbul Wildcats, they waited until their prey had nowhere else to go, and they pounced right on top of the throne of SK Prime. The TCL will have a representative in the final in their first year of EMEA Masters.
Bow down to the AD carry king of Turkey. Bow on this side has looked unstoppable. The Wildcats have looked unstoppable.
And here it is, the final Nexus explosion as the Istanbul Wildcats put themselves into the finals of the 2023 Spring EMEA Masters.